Russia fires supersonic anti-ship cruise missile in signal to NATO. Russia's Navy has test-fired a supersonic anti-ship cruise missile in the Black Sea in a show of force ahead of NATO military exercises in the region. With tensions still simmering following Russia's buildup of troops on its border with Ukraine, the Russian Defense Ministry tweeted on Friday footage of the Moskva guided missile cruiser from its Black Sea fleet launching the Vulkan missile. The P-1000 Vulkan missile, an improved version of the Soviet-era P-500 Basalt missile with greater range, was fired via the Moskva warship's Basalt main missile system, the Defense Ministry said. It landed around 19 miles away, Naval Post reported. The footage the Defense Ministry tweeted shows the launch from a number of angles and cuts to the crew of the vessel on the bridge. In coverage on the military channel Zvezda, wreckage of a simulated enemy ship is shown and its correspondent said, "These missiles are the reason why our cruiser is called aircraft carrier killer," according to the Moscow Times. This week, the Moskva, other warships and military helicopters were involved in live-fire naval combat exercises. It comes as the U.S. Coast Guard vessel, Hamilton, a cutter, was moving into the Black Sea to work with NATO allies in the region. The vessel is being tracked by the Russian fleet, Reuters reported. Matthew Bulig, research fellow at the Russia-Eurasia program at London's Chatham House think tank, said the launch from the Moskva was Russia demonstrating its increased naval presence in the region, which follows recent displays of force in occupied Crimea. Beyond signaling capabilities, Russia is showing intent to defend and protect its assets in the Black Sea, he told Newsweek. This includes not only Crimea but increasingly the Sea of Azov, where the Kerch Strait has been closed to non-Russian ships until late October.
Курса ПВО с 325 градусов. Противник на дальности применения ракетного оружия. ДКБ капитан пришел на борт номер 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Зал готов. Есть. Зал. Есть.
The more tactical reason is to signal to NATO that Russia is watching closely the Defender Europe 2021 exercises that will take place in the region soon, he added, referring to the U.S. Army-led military exercises involving 27 nations and tens of thousands of troops. Russia announced the closure of the Kerch Strait to non-Russian vessels until October 31. Moscow says the move is to avoid clashes from upcoming naval drills, but many see it as a move to assert its presence in the Sea of Azov, which the Kerch Strait separates from the Black Sea. Last week, Russia announced the withdrawal of troops by its frontier with Ukraine following deployments it said were in response to NATO maneuvers near Russian borders. The whole region is becoming a hotbed for increased tension and miscalculation, which will require some careful management, Bulig added. Russia's defense ministry released video Friday of its warships firing rockets during military drills in the Black Sea, the Reuters news agency reported Friday. The drills were conducted earlier this week amid rising tensions between Russia and the West over Russia's military buildup near the border it shares with Ukraine. Russia said the troop buildup was part of drills it planned in response to what it said was NATO's threatening behavior. Last week, Russia ordered a pullback of some troops from the border area. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is scheduled to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky during a May 5–6 visit to Ukraine, to reaffirm unwavering U.S. support for Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity in the face of Russia's ongoing aggression, Blinken's spokesman, Ned Price, said in a statement. Russia began naval combat drills Tuesday as the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Hamilton was entering the Black Sea to work with NATO and other allies in the area. Russia's Black Sea Fleet said its Moskva cruiser would participate in live-fire exercises with other Russian ships and military helicopters, according to Russia's Interfax news agency. The drill took place as fighting in eastern Ukraine between Ukrainian forces and Russian-backed troops escalated sharply since January, despite a ceasefire that took effect last July. The conflict began when Russia annexed Crimea from Ukraine in 2014, since killing some 14,000 people, according to Ukraine's government.
Обнаружено возгорание травы. Координаты. Широта 65, 31, 27.
Право на борт, на курс 65. Сигнальщику выставить 3 комплекта ГИП-1 МГ-34 с интервалом 30 секунд. Ваш офицер,